Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using the McLaren 650S at Tokyo Expressway 600 with its new engine swap package. Now, I've already done the other engine swap related to this, which is going to be the Lexus LFA, so I'm going to be quite curious to see if this McLaren is better or worse compared to Lexus LFA. In this episode, I'll be showcasing a step-by-step process on how to get the car, the engine swap, and of course all the parts you'll need from car customization with the setup build for Tokyo Expressway 600. If for some reason this particular tune does not really fit your driving style for this track, I would recommend just keep the car and just use it for Le Mans 700 because you're going to get quite a big advantage over the Group 4s in both speed and fuel. So without any further ado, let's get started. So of course, the first stage, of course, is how to find the car. As you see, so right here, you can find it at Brand Central. It's going to be the second car in the McLaren list. It's going to cost you a pretty good amount, about 340,000 credits. And if you go ahead and buy it stock, it's going to be a little bit past the 600 point criteria. So if you decide to use this car without any special engines, you can actually nerf it a little bit if you would rather do the stock engine build. But for this episode, we're going to go ahead and install the Y body first for this car. As you can see, doing this will lower the PP points by a good bit, and that's the reason why I chose to do this first. After you get your Y body equipped on the car, we'll then focus on the most important thing on this episode, which is of course going to be the engine swap. As you can see, it's going to be a very hefty 10.1 million credits for this engine swap, which is huge amounts for an engine swap. Matter of fact, it's actually the most expensive swap to date. Now, in order for you to buy an engine swap in the game, you first need to meet one criteria, and that one criteria is to meet collector level 50. Now, you can see here we're currently our collector level 70, which is the new highest rank. So we have that ability to buy the swap. As you can see here, interestingly enough, when we do equip this engine to this car, it actually nerfs it, which is quite interesting. The only thing that actually does increase is the torque, and that's literally it. And it changes from a turbocharger to a naturally aspirated engine, which I thought was very interesting as well. Now, the other way to get this engine is, of course, you can check out and see if you have it for yourself at your home. Unfortunately for me, I do not have it at my current garage, but if you do have it, it'll lit up, and make sure you can use that as a redeemable engine that you can have to your car. Just click on it, say yes once or twice, and you'll be good to go. For this particular livery, we'll be using this particular livery on this car. Unfortunately, there's not really a way to search this livery. It's actually, you can find it in the first page. But if you guys want to follow me in the game, then here are some instructions right here that you can do. You can follow me and other users just by simply doing this. That way, if you do see my episodes in the future, you can just basically just look at my news feed in my profile, and each livery I do use for an episode, I will share it. That way you can use that as a shortcut rather than just have to manually have to find it your own self. But let's say, for instance, you do not want to use this livery, but you want the parts, that is totally fine. So I'm going to go ahead and showcase where the parts are located. Starting off with the rims, it's going to be these rims down here. Just click on these and just make sure you just copy the stats, like the size and of course the width and offset, and then you'll be good to go for the wheels. After you get these wheels equipped, the next part we're going to be going to next, of course, it's going to be the custom parts, which is going to be, of course, your Type A and your wing. So as we're going to leave these rims for right now, if you guys are curious on what the rest of the car consists of, for the custom parts, we're going to check on the front bumper. It's going to be Type B. After you get that installed, you're going to have the side. And this is actually pretty optional if you want it or not, so I chose not to showcase that. The wing is going to be the most important part. As you can see here, we have it set to custom wing set. And if you're curious if there's a roll cage, there is not a roll cage involved. So just make sure you have both Type B front with the custom wing set, and you'll be good to go. For a setup build, we can see we have ourselves our sport hard tires with the fully customized differential. Make sure you just copy the numbers you see down below for your downforce. That's going to be a very crucial part. Also, make sure you copy your numbers for your power restrictor and output adjustment, with, of course, the right transmission being the fully customized manual transmission. Make sure you also copy the kilometers as well. The transmission is also pretty crucial too. Make sure you have the right one, otherwise if you don't, it's going to mess up the numbers. For the other part of the list, you can see there's pretty much nothing back here except for the increase by the rigidity, and that is going to be it for our list setup. Now the question is going to be, how good is this car with this swap? Well, I would say it's actually pretty good. We did in fact try out the LFA last time with this particular swap first, and the car for the LFA actually felt pretty good. It had a good bit of oversteer, it handled very nicely, had a very smooth touch to it. For this particular McLaren though, the interesting thing about it, it actually felt a bit more stiffer, and I could tell the handling itself was not as good as the Lexus. As you can see here, we messed up the first turn, so we're going to go ahead and back off that run and try to redo this run again. Now I think this particular run right here is in fact the official run for this particular tune, but like I said before, the handling itself just not felt that good for some reason compared to the Lexus LFA. I'm not too sure it's because of the way we had the rims that was causing the issue, or what was the case on that. It could be because if you think about it, we did in fact possibly had some upgrades we could put on the Lexus LFA compared to the McLaren. I think the Lexus LFA, I'm pretty sure we might have added some weight to it or something. I can't really recall what we did to the Lexus LFA, but apparently the Lexus LFA with that swap was pretty good. So as we finally make our way through the first turn, we're going to find ourselves right behind both the Porsche and the GTR first turn, and through here we're going to be around fourth gear for this first turn. And surprisingly enough, in some of these gears right here, the car actually did feel pretty good. Some of these stages felt pretty decently good, but some reason it just does not have the grip compared to the Lexus LFA for some reason. So as we make our way through the first lap of the second overpass, we're going to try and make a charge at both the Olgin Supra and the Olgin Impreza. As you see, that's our next car right in front of us. Of course, there's the RX-7 Riemia as well, and you can see right through there we did get a bit wide, a little bit of understeer, hit the wall there as we go up the hill, trying to chase down the two cars in front of us, the Olgin Impreza, or Supra, excuse me, and then of course the Riemia. Getting ourselves a good bit of side corners. We actually messed up this one right here, went a bit wide by accident, but it was quite interesting just to see that the McLaren itself was struggling with this new swap, which actually caught me off guard by surprise. Hairpin, we accidentally just completely ruined our first lap with that. We're going to lose a little bit of time, but we do get a good bit of speed. At least the good thing about the swap though is, even though the handling might not be as good compared to the Lexus, once like the Lexus, your speed should be the best, so don't worry about the top speed. You should be the fastest car when it comes to pure speed. Also for fuel, just like it was with that other race with the Lexus, you should be able to do a race without making a pit stop, so that's good. That's the shine light on this engine swap. Fast forward to lap 3, about halfway mark, we found ourselves right behind the NSX, catching it at a pretty fast rate. We're going to try to make a move on its left side if it's possible. We get ourselves a good apex through that corner, and we're going to take away the racing line, and just like that we'll take away the lead of this race, and we just basically just drop down the hammer and just try to go as fast as we possibly can. But we actually did manage to hit a couple Tool 7s and a couple Tool 8s on average per the race, so the pace overall not too bad overall for the swap, even though it was not nearly as quick as the Lexus. So here's the hot lap. I'm going to let you guys watch this hot lap, and I'll be right back when we get to the end of the race. That's going to be it for our run using the McLaren 650S at Tokyo Expressway with its new swap. And just like with the Lexus LFA, the car did pretty well overall. I think it was about, give or take, 5 to 6 seconds slower than the Lexus LFA, so it's not really too much of a big difference. But other than that, like I did mention before, if you want to save this car for Le Mans, you can. Or if you don't want to do the swap, that's totally up to you. We got ourselves that sweet clean race bonus, and that's going to be it for this episode. Now, for the next episode, we're going to go back and actually do this one next. The new swap for this Alfa Romeo Giulia GT, this classic car. Thankfully enough, this car is still available at the used car dealership, so I would recommend that you guys actually do go over there, unless you don't have it yet, and purchase it right now. Pretty affordable. I think last time I checked, it was about 130,000 credits was the cost of the car. So if you do have a good bit of credits laying around, I would recommend just giving it a shot, and we'll have to wait and see what we can do with this car. So until then, I'll see you guys later, and again, hopefully it did help out, and see you later. So that is going to be for today's episode. Hopefully this particular build has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If you guys have any suggestions or any other builds you want me to try out, you're more than welcome to add those to the comments below, and I'll try my best to do them. Until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and if you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so as well, as I'll have some more stuff coming up in the next couple days. Until then, see you later and take care.